Hi everyone, this is Jessica Canty. I am your life and career strategist. It's Tuesday. It's 10:30. It's time to pause all that greatness you already have done before 10:30 and let's sit down and let's chat. If this is the first time we're meeting, hello. I'm a life and career strategist because I have a passion for helping working professionals go from unfulfilled jobs to their dream careers. And every Tuesday morning at 10:30, we have careers and coffee chat. Now, if you're new to Cubicle Country, you might be wondering, what's this whole careers and coffee chat about? I'm glad you asked. A lot of great connections and great career advice and just awesome springboard conversations take place in cubicles, take place in the break room. And so that's what the idea of this conversation is. Just sit down and let's just pretend or envision, if you will, that we're sitting in our cubicles, we're taking our morning break. I just got through drinking my coffee, whatever you decide to sip on while we're chatting. Get comfortable in your rolling chair and have a conversation with me this morning. What's Cubicle Country? Cubicle Country is a community of career seekers. Just by joining us today, welcome to Cubicle Country. You'll want to go ahead and head over to our newly formed Facebook group. It's a private group where I give exclusive offers, exclusive resources, and you get to connect with me in real time about career advice. So you don't have to wait till Tuesday. You don't have to wait to every other Saturday for our podcast episode to drop. We can talk in real time on Facebook. Did you catch that? We have a podcast called Cubicle Conversations, discussions to accelerate career goals. And now about every 2 weeks, we drop a new episode, and it is some powerful conversations happening over there. We've had a few subject matter experts join us to help you to address your career well-being. Is that the first time you've heard that? Your career well-being? Well, my team and I are of the belief that everything impacts how we show up professionally. So we can't compartmentalize our lives to say this is the professional, this is the personal, because our career well-being is something that impacts the rest of our lives, just like the rest of our lives impacts who we are when we show up for work. And I think I'm about to do an episode just on that career well-being. What does that look like? What does that mean? So I think I'm going to have to do an episode on that. Maybe we'll talk about that next week. But we can start the chat and the conversation in our Facebook group. So if this is the first time you're meeting me, hi, pull up a chair and make sure you head over to that Facebook group. And tell me, when you hear the term career well-being, what comes to mind? What questions do you have about that concept, about your career well-being? Today, I wanted to encourage everybody. First of all, I wanted to say, happy back to school season. happy back to school season to all my fellow parents out there, my fellow mom and dadpreneurs, my fellow 9 to 5, 5 to 9, parenting 24/7 tribe out there, that special sect, if you will, of Cubicle Country. Happy back to school season. I just wanted to have a conversation with you and encourage you. So if you are that mom or dadpreneur, if you are the person who's busy trying to be a stellar employee and a phenomenal parent, this message is for you. If you know one, you want to go ahead and click share and forward this message to that parent. Okay. So a member of Cubicle Country is a mompreneur, and she and I were connecting over her career goals. And one of the things that came up is I noticed that she was having some scheduling conflicts to be able to converse with me so I can support her in her career goals. And it occurred to me, I don't think you're the only one. I think you're experiencing a lot of what a lot of people are experiencing with how do I get back in the swing of things? How do I ensure that my children are well cared for, that their educational needs are met, and my career well-being needs are being met? So I wanted to jump on really quickly, have a little conversation with you to tell you a few things about that. First, you're not alone. You are not alone. All of us are adjusting. We know the back to school season is already an adjustment. You got to get your mind ready for homework, school projects, bedtime, Whereas the summertime is a little bit more relaxed for you. You know, you may have had relaxed bedtimes, relaxed starting of the day times. Perhaps the meals were a little bit different. You may have ordered in or ordered out a little bit, eaten out a little bit more frequently because it was the summertime. And now back to school season means structure is coming in. And I just want to let you know you're not alone. If you're feeling overwhelmed, if you're feeling like, how can I address these issues? Or even if you're not feeling overwhelmed, if you're feeling like I'm empowered, but how am I going to do this? That's me. I'm excited about the new school year, but balancing the business, balancing the 9 to 5, and balancing wanting to show up and be fully present for my daughter, I recognize it. I see that. I see you. And I want to let you know that you're not alone, and I see you. Okay? That's the first thing. Number 2 is back to school season. The reason why I say it's a season is because it's an adjustment period for everybody. And I just want to let you know that it's not in one day that everything is going to change. It's not in one day that everything is going to be perfect. It's not in one day that everything is going to be streamlined. So we do our best to prepare. However, we don't know what's on the horizon. So we have to prepare ourselves for those career curveballs. So the first thing is you're not alone. Number 2 is to be patient with yourself. Be patient with yourself, okay? That you may have to make some adjustments, okay? But number 3 is, in order to make adjustments means that you already have a plan in place. And this is what often happens, especially when you want to be a stellar parent. We often put the needs of our children before our own because they're children. They need us to provide food, to provide clothing, to provide shelter. I get it. I'm there. However, if we want to continue to provide for our children, we have to give space for our career well-being. We have to give space for our career well-being. And so one of the things that we suggest for our clients is that at the beginning of every month, they establish the ways they're going to address their career well-being. They have a CEO strategy session that they sit down and they say, okay, what are the things that I want to work on this month? You look at the month ahead. That's something I get excited about. Because guess what? It's even the first of the month. I don't know about you all, but I am a total planner-aholic. So this morning, I popped out of bed. I was excited about changing my calendar. On my mirror, I have a September calendar and an October calendar. Because, oh my goodness, the possibilities. I like to see where I'm going to go for this month, what's on the horizon for next month. And I was excited about that thing. I was excited about turning in my planner, turning in my devotional to a brand new month. I was excited because I can begin to strategize. And that's what I hope for you all, that you can begin to strategize about what you want from this month. What do you want from this season? What is it that you hope to accomplish? When October rolls around, you look back on September. September is in the rearview mirror. What about your career would you expect to have happened? Maybe apply for more jobs? Maybe land an interview. Maybe decide I'm going to start the business. Maybe you are wanting to apply for a promotion. Maybe you're ready and you're willing to have a hard conversation with your supervisor about a raise. What is it that you want? It's not a coincidence that this Careers and Coffees chat is on the first day of September. This is the time to sit down and say, okay, what worked on August? What do I want different for September? Write that down. And you have to dedicate some time every day to your career well-being. We call it your career acceleration hour. But your career well-being is, I want to think about it from all the different perspectives. My salary, my work-life balance, the environment that I work in, the team that I work with or the lack thereof, how I'm managed. All these things make up your career well-being. Even thinking about your commute. The amount of time you spend preparing for work. You know, preparing for work is not just getting in the car and going, even though now a lot of us are just getting out of the bed and going to the computer, but that's a commute. The preparation that goes into getting ready. How are you feeling about that? I want you to assess that. So your career well-being, I want you to look at all of that and give yourself a score on each of those domains. What is it that I really feel good about this job? What is it that I really want something different around? What is it that I hope stays solidified? What is it that I know needs to change? And in light of COVID, I'm curious, what is it that you think is going to change when COVID is over and you're comfortable with? What is it that's going to change when COVID is over and you're not comfortable with? What do you want to prepare yourself for to do differently? I'll be transparent. I know for me, I want to do differently. It's quieter mornings. This time has told me I really enjoy the quiet in the morning. And it's not just the absence of sound, it's the pace of my morning. That I want a slower morning, that I want to accomplish more with not as much movement, not as much angst, not as much I gotta go, gotta go, gotta go, gotta go. That's what I'm learning, and that's what I want for you all. So in the back to school season, I saw a lot of parents set up workstations for their children. They were so cute. Thank you for sharing that with us in Cuba Country. I want you to set up a station for yourself. Stop doing your work in your bed. Give yourself a break and a pause away from it. Even if you are sharing a home, because a lot of us are doing that in terms of multi-generational homes in order to thrive in the pandemic, create a space in your room. If you don't have but one room, create a space in your room. Don't bring your work onto your bed. If that means you got to sit on a comfy pillow on the floor to get your work done, do that. Create some space and boundary so that you are sure that you can rest better, that you'll eat better, that you'll show up even better. Okay, Cubicle Country. I know your job is to get out there, to be stellar, and to be great. So I gave you a few tips that I hope that you're able to implement. One, know that you're not alone. Two, know that change is a process. Give yourself grace. Three, establish a routine. Establish a plan. Look at your career well-being. Do you like where you're going? Do you want to see something change? And then lastly, you really want to make sure that you are creating boundaries in your space to protect your mental health, to protect your career well-being. If this is something that was interesting to you, can you comment down below? Better yet, head over to Facebook and join our Career Seekers community, because we are here to support you. We are here to hear your concerns and give you career answers. Some of those back to school career answers, some of those corona career concerns, some of those Cubicle Country concerns. We are here to support you. All right, Cubicle Country, see you soon.